think one of my main takeaways should be that there's no right and wrong when using derivatives. Derivatives are modular and should fit the needs of the person or the firm deploying them. And we are three panelists doing a very similar thing, and actually each one of us does it completely different, the other one. And I think that is the beauty about it, that there's no right or wrong, it's just right for you, depending on your mandate. We are very unrestricted in terms of what we can deploy, so we would naturally not hedge. Hedging is not something we do. We have a very developed risk-reducing bucket within our fund, in which we allocate capital or trades which we believe will behave opposite correlated to equity markets, whether that's fixed income instruments, FX instruments, or volatility instruments. They would go in this risk-reducing bucket rather than just buying puts. I think the benefit of systematic is clear. Because systematic, it continuously extracts a risk premium. And the next advantage is you look through, how should I say, times when it doesn't work. And because you keep on doing it, you smoothen that out. And that is very beneficial. Yet, it obviously detracts from the fact that potentially, tactically, it would be a good time to stop. And the way we deploy it gives us the ability to do that, as we produce all of it in-house rather than go to banks and source it out. So we don't have a capital allocation issue. We can basically switch it on and off as we please, and that gives us much more flexibility. Yes, there's value. Crowded. I think there are trades out there which are crowded. I think short vol is probably not one of them. I think what you see is that it has not really worked this year, which is troublesome because we had a couple shocks, but the vol has mean reverted very quickly. But keeping that in mind, it is just a new parameter we have to calibrate for, that the mean reversion is much quicker. That means you probably have to front load sizes much earlier. So in that respect, I do not see that as a negative. It is just a new parameter within the suite. I think the most attractive vol strategy is very hard. I believe, all the skew strategies where you extract steep skew, where you take advantage of term structure, are very interesting. It is really a question of what you try to achieve and what the structure has to achieve. I personally believe that we are in a time of uncertainty, as we heard today, in terms of Brexit, in terms of reoccurring Trump tweets, which can disrupt markets, and with central banks having to shift, quite significantly, and some of them even running out of capacity to really influence the markets. I think all that will eventually lead to microshocks, and therefore we currently probably favor slightly more long vol over short vol. I think the conference is, because of its duration of over 3 days, gives a wide variety of speakers coming from looking at a similar problem from completely different angles, whether it's academia, whether it's just pure experience, or, that makes it interesting. Also, I find the caliber of people coming to the conference, very good, and that is fantastic. Also, the event is very well organized, and I think that it is so well organized is one of the really supporting aspects for returning, hopefully next year again.